is someone there. Let's see. Let me tighten this up so it doesn't swing around on me. Whew. Yeah, I get out of breath easy these days. All right. There. That should do it. Okay, who's all here? Uh, Mindy, hello. I can't find my yard. It's under about 2 feet of snow. Who was that? Let me see. Oh, I won't stay down. Oh, Brenda. No, that wasn't Brenda. That was. Can't read it. Carol? Okay. And Brenda Duncan's here. Hello. Sandy, Rebecca, Jody. Hi. Yes, we are still freezing here in upstate New York. Well, I think it's 40 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty here today. It's chilly. I need a sweater. Uh, I think it's like almost 50, maybe. It's not terribly warm, but it's going to go up in the 60s, I think. Okay, Jody Malm is my sister, for those of you who don't know. Oh my, I did that Saturday before the snow came back. Rebecca. Hello from Kentucky. Hello, Isabel. And another Rebecca, I think. Hello. Whew. Okay, I'll be having lots of chat breaks because I get it winded very easy these days and need to sit down and take a little break. But that should improve as I start working in the yard again. It's amazing to me how quickly I start feeling more fit once I get off my ample behind and start doing stuff. And I haven't done that much this year yet, so I need to get in the swing of it. And Brenda says it's in the 50s. I think that says 50s. Yep, 50s here, but we're getting 50 and 60-mile-an-hour winds. Wow. That's not conducive to being out working in the yard. So back here is, that was my first, right down by that fence is my first bed. And if you watch my videos before, you know that I have like 10 or 12 beds that go all the way up this end of my yard up to that other fence. And so I'm starting to clear them out. Sorry for jerking you around here. There. Starting to clear them out and getting them ready for planting. I've got strawberries coming up. I've got onions coming up. And I've got collard greens that have wintered over and coming back. I can eat them now. I mean, they're getting new leaves, and I'm picking those off and eating them. But they're probably just going to go to seed because they're wintering over from last year. Same plant. We'll see. I don't know enough about them to say for sure. But hear the birds singing? I'm glad I came out because I would be missing this. This is nice. It's a little chilly, very slight breeze, but those birds are singing, and the sun is shining. And after all, we had snow only a week ago or so, and a lot of rain. So it's really nice to be out here in the sun. All right, let's see what else we got here. I think I've got allergies because I feel like a snuffleupagus. I'm kind of snuffly. All right, good morning, everyone, says Teasers Pleasers. Welcome, Teasers Pleasers. I've got my gardening gloves. You know I love polka dots, so I had to at least get one pair of polka dot gardening gloves. For those of you who are following me on my trip, my husband and I took a trip to Gatlinburg, and I was hiding little treasure packets along the way on our route. Nobody, if they found them, they didn't contact me, and I'm sad about that because I really wanted to have that be a fun part of the trip. But I had taken sandwich baggies, or actually quart-sized baggies, and put new packets of seeds, and either a pair of gardening gloves or a bandana in there with my little Bandana Gramma card with all my contact information on it. And I asked them to take a picture of the bag, hopefully as a selfie holding it, but not necessarily as a selfie, and then to send it to either my email address or onto my Facebook page. Susie Bandana is my Facebook page. And then I would take all the entries. I only hid 5 of them between Virginia and Tennessee. But I would take all the people who found them. I had left clues in my videos and on my Facebook page as to where they were, very simple clues. So I'm just saying outright, here's where it is. And then I would put those 5 entries, if they were all found, into a drawing and give away their choice of either not a, an apron, a pair of handmade mittens, a bandana grandma mug, a bandana grandma t-shirt. I think there was one other thing, which I'm forgetting what, but they were going to have their choice. But not one of them has been found yet that I know of, or if they found them, they didn't bother to let me know. So I don't think I'm going to give up on that idea. We're traveling to Colorado in at the end of June. We're going to fly out, but we're going to drive back. So maybe on the drive back, I'll have more states to hide things in, and we'll see if we can do another treasure hunt that way. I think that'll be fun. Yeah, I'm no glam Graham again this morning. I just scrub my face and put my hair up, and I'm out here working. I love those birds. All right, let's see what I missed. Such a cute idea that was too. I thought it was fun. Now Tara had done it with books. She had her cookbooks around, and I thought, yeah, that's a good idea. I see sun, no sun here. We made it through the high winds here in Colorado. Please come to Colorado. Yeah, I am coming to Colorado. I think we're flying out June 28th, but I haven't booked the flight yet. And we're going to land at Denver. And then we're going, Tara and Mike from Living Out of Dime are going to pick us up and we're going to their place. I'm really, really looking forward to that. And Tara's looking forward to it too. That makes me feel good that she's excited I'm coming. And then on Sunday, July 1st, at a park near her home, we're going to have a meetup. So any of you who are in the Colorado area that can drive down to this park near her home, I can't tell you the name of it now because I don't remember, but I'm sure Tara will be talking about it too, and I'll be sure to update this on another video talking about where it's going to be. But she's going to have a meetup for other YouTubers to come if they're interested, and also for any viewers or subscribers that like to come on out and have a like a picnic time together with all of us and have a meetup, and I think that'll be a lot of fun. And so we're going to hang out with Tara and Mike and their family for a number of days, and then I think we're going to drive up to Yellowstone, rent a car and drive up to Yellowstone, and then make our way back. I had hoped to stop at Big Family Homestead in Wisconsin, but it's really adding days onto the travel if I do that. And our trip to Tennessee was telling. Driving isn't all that easy anymore for long distances, so I'm not sure we want to do that. Take extra time. I feel a breeze, and I know sometimes that can mess up the microphone. And again, I forgot to put my clip-on mic on before I came out here. So I'm sorry if you can hear the rumble of the breeze. Let's see. My request on Bandana Grandma on Facebook still haven't been accepted. Really, Sheila? I haven't seen it. Is it under that name, Sheila Butler? I'll definitely... Oh, you know what? If you went to Bandana Grandma Facebook, I need to delete that. That's not what it's under. It's under Susie Bandana, 2 different words, Bandana. So if you went to Susie Bandana, that's the one I pay attention to, and that's the one I use. For reasons I don't want to go into, I couldn't use Bandana Grandma as a Facebook page. So they're very persnickety about certain things, and it just didn't work to use that for what I needed. So let's see. Bandana Grandma. Yeah, if you use that, I don't pay attention to that one. You want to go to Susie, Susie, Ban, B-A-N, another word, Dana, D-A-N-A, and then you'll find my Facebook page that I use, and I can accept you there. Okay, Patty Grove. Hopefully, we will be at the meetup. Oh, that'll be wonderful. I look forward to that. Hello, Noah's Ark. Don't hear any wind. Good. Sometimes it messes with the microphone when I can feel it on my face. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah. Now, Sheila, I see it says Sheila. I guess that means the B is for Butler. So I can call you Sheila, right? I'm assuming that's your name, not Sheilab. Haven't heard of that one before. When I was out here a few days ago and did a live stream, I was showing you my trees. And I'm just going to show you one this time because my little Gala apple barely had a leaf on it, and it was just a few days ago. So I want to show you how the leaves are popping now. I'll turn the camera around. This. Okay. And can you see the leaves are actually coming out and look like leaves now? No, oh, you know what? It's not just leaves. Look at here. I got blossoms. I've got apple blossoms coming. You're way up in the tree now. You're like 10 feet up. But see, I've got leaves and apple blossoms starting. Woohoo! That's exciting for me. And there's quite a few of them starting. I just noticed that as I was showing you. Look at those apple blossoms come in. And that's just a few days after I showed you last time. Whoop. Let me turn you around. There. That's exciting. Oh, I got a dry throat. Now, I had told you how squirrels had gotten all my fruit on my little dwarf trees that were just starting to produce. Let me make sure I didn't miss something. Greetings from Buffalo. Hello, Sandra? Sandra, yes. Oh, I got a very dry throat. It's the Susie Bandana. Hi, Bandana Gramma, YouTube. Yes, Sheila is my first name. Okay, I will look again, Sheila, but send it again if you're able, just in case it got deleted somehow. We are still struggling with snow here in Buffalo. I did see a forecast where some areas near us were going to get snow, but I think it was north of us a bit. Same state, but a little north, so I'm hoping we don't get any of that. The winter that never ends. And we got slammed with snow, says Teasers. Farmer Meemaw, hello, hun. Thanks for dropping in here. All right, what I was about to tell you was, last time I was on, I was telling you how the squirrels had gotten a whole lot of my young fruit that, my good fruit that my young fruit trees put out last year. Got all of it. And I was looking for a way to keep the squirrel away. And of course, a lot of people said, get a gun and shoot them. And I've got neighbors, you know, on either side of me close in the suburbs, can't be shooting a gun out here. Then they said BBs and all that. And I have a vegan daughter who'd be very upset with me if I was killing squirrels. So I didn't know quite what to do. And I was thinking about hanging those CDs in the trees. And I still may do some of that to see if that helps keep them away. But I saw something online that somebody suggested, and I'm going to order it. And it's this motion detected water gun where when there's a motion, the water gun turns to it and spoots out all this water. And it's supposed to keep deer away and squirrels away and opossums away. And, you know, it aims right at them and squirts water on them when they get near the area from the motion detector. So I'll be reporting back on that after I get it and see if it works. But sounds like a good deal if it works. And some people online said it really did work. So I'm hoping. A lot cheaper than putting up electrical fencing. Someone just commented on one of my videos and said you'd sent them. Well, of course I would, Farmer Meemaw. You sent a lot my way, too. Farmer Meemaw, what kind of bird is singing? It's a beautiful song. Well, if I let's see if I can find it. No, I can't see it, so I'm not sure. I'm not as good identifying birds as I should be, but we have a lot of jays around here. We have a lot of cardinals around here, and we have black-capped chickadees, a lot of them, and robins. It's probably a cardinal. Do cardinals sound like that? It is pretty though. What is the temperature there? I think it's in the 50s right now. It's going up in the 60s. Hello from Linda in California. Hello, Linda. I love listening to the birds sing too. Let's see. Sandra, can't wait to get out and start gardening. Me too. I've been putting it off and putting it off. I thought I was procrastinating, but after we got that cold snap just a couple days ago, I'm kind of glad I didn't put anything out yet. Hi, Bandana from Valerie. Hello, Valerie. You should set it up in front of a game camera to watch the funny reactions when they get squirted, or get it on by a sidewalk. By a sidewalk and don't tell anyone. I don't think I'll do that. You mean squirt the people? Yeah, I don't think they'd appreciate that, and they'd know where it came from. So I've got some spring weeds coming up that I should harvest, because I've learned that you can do a lot of good things with them, like violets. You can make a lovely violet salve that's good for you. I've got a lot of dandelions just coming out now, and we all know those are really good for you. You can put them in salads, or you can dry the roots and make different kinds of health concoctions with them. And I wouldn't be opposed to trying something like that. Now, Heidi at Rain Country and Tessie at Tessie's Homestead, they both do a lot of really good things with herbs and making lotions and potions and things. And I recently gotten some books talking about herbs and different early plants that are usually considered weeds that you can do a lot with. And I've got a bunch of comfrey in the back too, and I want to do something with that as well. So hopefully I'll get to that this spring. I always have lots of plans, and I don't seem to get to everything, but that's one of the priorities I have. And when I go to the Homesteaders of America conference in October, I'm going to have a vending table with my crochet and sewing, and baking, and I'd also like to have some herbal lotions and ointments and salves to have there too. I think that would be really good, because I plan on using them myself. Maybe some bath products. Let's see. Patty says, I have to go. Have a great day, everyone. Bye, Patty. Thanks for stopping in. Sandra, so excited. I was a winner on Living on a Dime. I won three of Tara's books. Wonderful, Sandra. She has great books. In fact, if any of you want one of her cookbooks, down below there's a link, and you can order it there. Let's see. Teasers, pleasers. Sorry, but I must go get going here. Blessings to all. Okay, teasers. Thanks for stopping in. So I think I need to get back to work. I'll leave the camera on while I'm working. If you want to hang out till I sit down again, we could talk. If you want to go, go by. But I'm also going to try and set up my greenhouse. And back in my shed, I had a vinyl greenhouse, and it got blown apart with the winter winds, and it's just collapsed in a mess. And I bought a new one, and I'll be putting that up behind the shed, hopefully today. And I'll probably, if I don't keep this camera going for that, I'll shut it down, then I'll start it up again later and do it either live stream or on video. How are your grandchildren, says Sandy. Well, we just had a bunch of birthdays this month. I have an Asia who just turned 9. I have an Aaliyah who just turned 16. I've got three 16-year-olds this month or this year. And I have a grandson who's turning 16 in August, and I have a granddaughter who's turning 16 tomorrow, I think. So we've got a lot of birthdays, and they're all doing well. Uh, Three of them are out in Massachusetts, two of them are in Virginia. One is in Pennsylvania, and one is in the pretty close area to me, like within 30 minutes or so. So we don't get to see the ones that are far away too often, but when we do, it's a blessing. And with my husband retiring in June, we'll be able to travel more and see them more often. We're looking forward to that, and they're very much into sports, especially our Massachusetts kids, and we'll be looking forward to going out and seeing them play their ball games when we couldn't do that before. Okay, yeah, yeah, they're doing well, and I miss them, especially when I start talking about them. I miss them. They're great kids, all of them, really great kids. And we've had a lot of good things going on in the family. One daughter just bought a house within the last few days, and her family's moving in, and they're all excited, moving to a nice area with a nice house. And that's always something good to hear that your kids are doing well and progressing and uh, able to get some of the comforts that you would want them to have. So that's good. Yeah, they're all doing well. And two of my sons have gone into kind of a side business together. One of them owns a store that is a game store, sells all kinds of games. And the other one is into government computers and stuff. But they got together and they designed these buildings that can be used in these games that gamers play now, especially the ones where they have tables set out with landscapes and then they play moving the pieces around, and I don't even know how it all works. But they've designed these buildings that match these games, and my one of my sons has this laser cutter that cuts out the wood, and then they're made up kits, and they've made up their own kits and painted them up and use them for their own game playing. But now they're manufacturing them to sell as kits outright, and I'm amazed by what they're doing. Um, it's just amazing because they look great. So that's exciting for us that they're branching out and doing that. You know, it's fun to see your kids succeed in their, especially when it's something they love to do and they find a niche that helps them uh, maybe earn a living while they're doing what they love. I think that's great. Okay, great chatting with you. Love your videos. Thank you, Sandra. Did you hear that? I wish I knew my birds better. I should be able to say, oh wait, I see it. I see a woodpecker. There's a woodpecker up on this dead tree, a red-headed woodpecker. I don't know if I can get you to see it. It's really far. You wouldn't be able to see it. But it's just on the other side of my fence up high in the tree, a red-headed woodpecker. I've heard them rat-a-tat-tatting. Oh, now he's flying. He went in front of the house. So one thing I loved when we moved here was the birds. We had come from a place in Virginia where there were a lot of factories, chemical factories even, and I don't remember there being many birds around our yard or anywhere. And that was one thing I noticed when we came here, that there were lots of birds, and I just loved the sound of them. And I've got bird feeders up, and we got hummingbirds, and I love attracting them to the yard because I'm trying to grow organically, and the birds will eat the bugs, you know. So that's good to have uh, birdhouses to attract them here. And I've also got a lot of flowers to draw the pollinators here to help with my fruit trees and all. And the bees are visiting. We have honeybees. It looks like they look like honeybees, and also we get a lot of those. What are those big black and yellow ones that bore into wood? We and you know, a lot of people don't like them, but they're great pollinators. So I'm glad to have them here. And I'd like to get some of the little houses you can buy for them that have like holes drilled in them, so they go there instead of trying to drill into your house. I think I'd like to pick up a few of those. Okay. Well, I'm going to get busy some more, so I'll say goodbye. I'll keep the camera running for a little while because I probably will be sitting down and chatting a little more. So if you want to hang out, hang out. If you want to say goodbye, I'll see you later. I'm going to come right back and show you something if I get it. Now, I was talking about the weeds that are actually beneficial, and I found some of them. Well, these aren't so much considered weeds, but the violets, you can use them to make some really nice salves, and I'm hoping to do that. Then there's this thing, and I'm trying to remember which one this is. It's got the little tiny purple flowers on the top. There are two that look very much alike. One is henbit and the other is dead nettle. And both of them can be used for beneficial herbs and salves and whatnot. I think this one's henbit because I think the dead nettle has bigger flowers on it. And I was a little afraid of the one called dead nettle because I am very susceptible to regular nettles that get all stickeries in you and you itch like crazy. But it's called dead nettle because it doesn't have any prickers in it or stinging properties. It just, I guess somebody thought it looked like nettle, so they called it a dead nettle. So if you have these things in your yard, look up how to use them because you can do something beneficial with them. And then there's this stuff, and I don't know, I need to look up and see what chickweed is. So I forget what it looks like. But I've got a lot of early spring so-called weeds that can be used for good things. And some of them are highly nutritious, much more nutritious than even lettuce. I'm trying to remember the name of that one plant. Won't come to me. But there's so many that are thought to be weeds that you can use for good things. Alrighty. I am new to your channel. I love the videos and I have made the yogurt in my crock pot now twice and love it. I'm so glad you're telling me it worked well because I guess a couple people made it and it didn't work so well. In fact, I'm going to make some either tonight or tomorrow. I want to try it by adding some non-fat dry milk to the regular milk because I want to make it with skim milk. And I know the less fat that's in the milk, the thinner it will be when it makes up. So I'm going to try and put some non-fat dry milk in it to see if that helps it to thicken up without having to add anything else. Of course, I'll strain it like for Greek yogurt afterward. But if I'm going to try and follow the like Weight Watchers diet or something, I have to have non-fat yogurt, and I can have quite a bit of that. So thank you for telling me you tried it. I'm glad it's working for you. My first few batches turned out great too. I was amazed how easy it was. Hi everyone from London, UK. Hello Sadie, welcome. I love your name. Sadie, married lady. Have you seen Funny Girl? That's a song from Funny Girl with Barbara Streisand. It's 24 degrees Celsius here, so hot. The kids are in the paddling pool. That's fun. I don't know how to make Celsius into Fahrenheit, so I don't know what that temperature is. Did you see my comments about the squirrel problems? I saw lots of comments on this live stream or on a different live stream. Belinda Sansak says, I love your videos. You don't know how happy that makes me for somebody to tell me that. You know, it makes me feel really, really good. So thank you for telling me. Just looked for both on Google, and that looks more like purple dead nettle to me from the pictures. Okay, I know it's one of the two, and they're both good. I'm working on my little garden. They look very similar. I'm working on my little garden today. Good, Belinda. On the dwarf tree video. Okay, I probably saw it, but I won't, tell me again, because I won't remember which comments were yours unless I look it up, because there was several people who commented on the squirrels. But I did like the idea of shooting water at them. I think that would be really cool. And then there was one who said hang the CDs, and I'm planning on doing that. And I think there was another good idea that I'm not remembering right now that I thought was something that was doable for me. But go ahead and put it in again, and I'll read it here now. Maybe it was one of the ones I just mentioned. Put metal collars around the base of the tree. Oh, no, I didn't see that one. Yeah, that would be good, except if you look at my trees, they can jump from the fences to the trees, from the roof of the shed to the trees. You know, they can jump from tree to tree. So, in my little yard with my little trees, I don't know if that would be effective for me. It'd be great if I had, a tree out in the middle of nowhere and they would go up, they had to go up the trunk to get to it. But yeah, but I might try that for my big oak tree where the snake goes up and gets the babies, putting like uh, tin around the bottom of the tree so the snake can't climb it. That might be good for that. Yep, plastic snakes and owls. That was good ideas. And the CDs, yep. Chili sauce all over the stems. Yeah, I could put it on the branches, you mean, probably. That might work. Until it rains. Yeah, but I need to do something. And I'm thinking this water thing, this water gun that's motion detected and it comes on and shoots directly at the motion. I think that'll work pretty good. So I am going to order that. It was like, I think it was like $40. And to me, it's worth it because it covered a big area. It would turn and shoot wherever the motion was. And it might be entertaining too. Okay. Hello, Bandana. Forgot to put my volume up when I woke up this morning. Hello, Julie. Thanks for coming, hon. Glad to have you here. I'm just working around my yard little by little. I can't do a whole lot in a time, so I do a little and then I sit down, take a breather, and chat, and then I get up and do a little more. That's how you get things done when you don't think you have the energy to do it. It's like, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time? Well, it's encouraging to do those little bites and then see it disappearing. And that's how it's like with this yard work or when I was cleaning my porch or anything like that. Just start with a little bit, pick a small area and start at it. And when you see the accomplishments there and the progress, it's encouraging and you keep going. So that's what I'm trying to do is at least the hardest part is putting my shoes on and getting my butt out the door. And once I do that and start, and now that I'm out here and it's so sunny and the birds are singing, it's really encouraging. Okay, I guess I'm caught up with the comments. T, hello T. Thanks for joining me, hon. Glad you're here. I'm just out in the yard and I'm working and then I'm sitting down taking a breather and chatting and then I'm getting up and working some more and then sitting down and chatting a little bit at a time. And that's how it's going to go. So for those who want to hang around and maybe you're working and come back and chat when I chat, that'll work. So I'm going to keep doing that. And I'm going to get up and work some more now. I spray, Linda says, I spray peppermint spray around our garden. Any rodent hates the smell. Okay, that's good to know too. That's easy. I could put peppermint spray around my trees. In the trees even shouldn't. Yeah, nice weather. It's nice now. I'm really enjoying it, and I'm hoping it sticks around for a while. Although I'm hearing some places north of us might even get snow. It's going to be cold again. So we're in an area close to water, so it's interesting to see what happens. You never quite know. It could go one way or the other. The weathermen have quite a task trying to keep ahead of it and keep it accurate. All right, back to work. Whew. I got a question for you. Let's see, look at these first. Been raining a lot. Nice day today. Better go do some weeding too. Have a great day, everyone. Chat after lunch. Whew. Goodbye, North Dakota Pink. Have a great day. Hi, says Nifty Thrifty. Okay. Any of you who are still on, do you know what this is? I grow it around my yard quite a bit, and I don't know what it is. So if any of you gardeners out there or botanists have an idea what this, I'll call it a weed, is, I'd like to know the name of it. Thank you. Whew. I'll wait just a minute, see if anybody's got an answer, and then I'll keep working. Bless your heart, Susie, it looks like a weed. That's what I think it is too. What's that? Oh, Sharon. Hello, Sharon. But you know, lots of weeds you can do stuff with. So I want to know if it has a name and I can look it up. Hello, Tim. Hello. I'm just chatting and weeding and chatting some more and weeding some more. For people who are bored and got nothing to do, they can watch Bandana Gramma work and sit down and chat a little. So, yeah. Are you a weed expert, Tim? Do you know what that weed was? I want to know so I can look it up and see if it has any properties that make it valuable in any way, or if it's just a toss it in the compost weed. Bless your heart, Susie. It looks like a weed. Spoken like a true Southern woman. Let's see, Tim. I just got here. Oh, so you didn't even. I just showed it, Tim. You must have got here within seconds of it. Now I threw it down. I'm not going to be able to find it. Oh, well. Beverly Farm. What type? I don't know. If I knew that, I'd know what kind of weed it was. Where'd I throw it? Well, if you're that interested, you're going to have to go back and look at the video because it's in a pile of brush here that I pulled up. Can't tell you. If I see another one, I'll pull it. Okay. Hello, Tim, says Brenda Duncan. I am out of shape. Good time. Every spring I am, from sitting around doing nothing all winter except crocheting and sewing. Don't use a whole lot of cardiovascular activity doing that. But come spring, I get myself out here, and within a short amount of time, I'm feeling stronger and better because I make myself do the work a little at a time. And you see my onions over here? Let's see, are you looking at them? Onions, onions. I don't know where I got you pointed. Anyway, I got onions over here and collards. So I'm going to work on this bed now. I got the one clear. Oops. Wrong hand. found another one. Here's another one, Tim. This was the weed. If you're still there, this is the one that was in question. I wanted to know if it had a name and I could look it up. That's it. Ooh. Let's see. Wild geranium. You know, I thought of geranium when I saw the leaf. It looks a little different from the geranium weed I have out front, but maybe it is. And do you know if it's good for anything or if it's just the weed? I mean, is it good for any kind of skin lotions or tinctures or things like that? You know, Amy Fuel has a new book she wrote that she just put out. She belongs to our homesteading community and it's doing very well. The Homesteader's Guide, I think, to something, to herbs. Might be called the Homesteader's Guide to Herbs. Maybe Tim knows the name of it. I don't have the book in front of me, but I do own it. Yep, that's the weed in question. And it does look kind of like a chrysanthemum leaf, so I wouldn't be, geranium leaf. Yeah, that weed out front, was it geranium weed or was it chrysanthemum weed? It might have been chrysanthemum weed I'm thinking of. Yep. Okay, that's the weed in question anyway. Wild geranium. Could be nifty. All right, back to pulling. Let's see which, yeah, it's right there. Okay. There's my onion bed. And the sun's shining on this, so I'm not sure what all you can see. But it's where I'm going to be working anyway. And this thing doesn't want, oh, there's the tighter. Okay. There's some more of it. Same thing. Got a lot of it. I can smell my onions. Over here I got strawberries. Looks like I've got English ivy in with the strawberries. All strawberries. Strawberries, strawberries, strawberries. Well, it's good to know the strawberries are coming back. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4 beds done. Not bad. I think I'll take a break. I'll sit down and see if anybody else is hung around and wants to talk. And then I'm going in for a while. Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Is that volcanic ash all over your yard? I think you're seeing the sun hit it and it looking light. It's actually doesn't look that light in real life. My camera does that. Henbit is a winter annual with square stems and pink-purple flowers. All right, so here's this, which looks like henbit to me. And it has square stems. Let's see. Winter annual with square stems and pink-purple flowers, reaching 16 inches in height. The leaves are opposite. Yeah, they're opposite. Reaching 5 inches in length. Whoa, I don't think that'd be these. I mean, maybe they grow that big, but I don't remember seeing them that big. Circular to heart-shaped. Yep, heart-shaped these are. And along the veins of the lower surface, leaf margins have rounded teeth. Yes, rounded teeth. Stem root at the lower nodes are square in cross-section and are covered with downward pointing hairs. That's too much to remember at once. Let me see. Stem roots at the lower nodes, yes, are square with cross sections. Are the roots square? I don't know if they're round or square. And are covered downward pointing hairs. I see downward pointing roots, but if they mean hairs on the stem, there's none there. Flowers are pink to purple in color and are fused into a tube approximately 2/3 of an inch long. I guess so. I think wild geranium does have some medicinal uses. This is nifty thrifty, but can't remember for sure. I'd say Google it. Oh, I will. I will. But it's easier to ask you if you know. Only if you guys know. Where are you going to plant the candy corn? Hey, Grizz. I guess under my lollipop tree, Grizz. I hear chirping. I hear chirping. I thought it was our eggs hatching out. No, we got some nice birds here. It's beautiful weather, Mama T. Henbit or purple-headed nettles. Yep, that's what I thought. Because I've got another one that looks very similar to this, but I think it's the nettle. Actually, another word for name for it was dead nettle because it doesn't sting you. Where do you get the energy? I'm really pushing it to have it now. I'm so pooped. I'm just, yeah, purple dead nettle. I think that's the other one. I think this one might be the henbit. They're just close. They look similar, so it's hard for me to know. Need to buy me some cases. All right. Oh, Grandma buys her 5-hour energy by the case. Okay, I got you. 5-hour energy, that's a little drink. No, I can't do caffeine. I have atrial fibrillation, and I have maybe 1 cup of real coffee in the morning, and then I have to switch to decaf. Yeah, but some decaf isn't that bad. So I was saying earlier before some of you got here that the biggest problem is just getting my butt out the door, putting my shoes on and getting out here. But on a day like today, I'm so glad when I do it because it's so pleasant out. It's probably into the upper 50s right now. It's going to hit 60s. The birds are singing, the sun is shining, the breeze is blowing ever so slightly, the earth is warm, and I think there is something about earthing, that getting into the earth, there's something healing about it. And I think it's good for you. In fact, it'd probably be better for me if I took my shoes off and just was in my bare feet out there. I really think the earth, touching the earth and being close to the earth is good for you. When you got healthy soil anyway. And I've been trying to build mine up. So I've got a pallet bin, well, actually big square thing made of pallets where I've got my leaves from last year, and they've been there for a whole year. And I need to get those out and get them on these gardens, make sure they're all broke down or else run them through the chipper or something. And then all these leaves I'm raking up have to go into those pallets to sit for another year. That is an awful lot of work. I might be able to get my honey to help me with some of it. And I don't think I'm up to doing it all myself. So it may be I hire a college kid who comes and helps me once in a while to do the heavy, heavy stuff. Because, yeah, I get winded easy. But it's joyful to be here and see my fruit trees blooming and actually see apple blossoms coming, and the other ones have lots of blossoms, but the apple blossoms are later on this scala tree, and they're coming. And that gives me joy. And I am going to get that motion detected water shooter to spray the squirrels that get on my trees, see if that helps this year so they don't steal all my fruit. You're right. Get your thumbs up or I'm going to whack the grizzly bear. Thank you, Grizz. Found the community coffee decaf tastes most like regular coffee. Yeah, Sheila. I don't, if someone really needs I see a cardinal up in my tree here. If somebody really wants and desires and I know you get headaches if you're used to caffeine and you stop drinking it, so that's a problem to wean off it. But as far as taste goes, if you get a good decaf, some of it's more bitter, but some of it's really good. So I don't mind it. And I've got my husband now, so he drinks an awful lot of coffee, and he's agreed to, have some in the morning and then try to have some decaf during the day and see how that goes. Because he doesn't need to be pumped up any more than he gets. He's like a